Welcome back to another episode of Susan LaPresti Wellness, Mind, Body, and Soul. I'm your host, Susan LaPresti, and I'm so glad that you joined me here today. This podcast is dedicated to helping mature women heal and rejuvenate their health in mind, body, and soul. And today I'm diving into the fascinating topic that has intrigued scientists, philosophers, and spiritual seekers for centuries, and that is the pineal gland. We'll explore what it is, how it works, and the incredible role that it plays in our bodies. So go grab yourself a cup of tea, get comfortable because we're ready to dive right in. So let's begin with what is the pineal gland? The pineal gland is a tiny pea-shaped gland that's located deep in the center of the brain between the two hemispheres, tucked in a groove where the two halves of the thalamus join together. Despite its small size, it has a big role to play in our overall health and our well-being. The pineal gland gets its name from the shape, which resembles a pine cone. For centuries, it has been referred to as the seat of the soul by philosophers like Rene Descartes. And in many spiritual traditions, it's considered a gateway to higher consciousness. So, how does the pineal gland work? Well, the pineal gland is part of the endocrine system, which is responsible for producing and regulating hormones in our body. And one of its primary functions is to produce and regulate hormones, most notably melatonin. And I'm sure we've all heard of melatonin. It's the hormone that influences our sleep-wake cycles, and it's also known as our circadian rhythm. So here's how it works. The pineal gland receives information about the light-dark cycles from the retina in our eyes. And during the day, when it's bright, melatonin production is suppressed, keeping us awake and alert. But as night falls and it gets darker, the pineal gland ramps up melatonin production, signaling the body that it's time to sleep, right? So it's like an internal clock, more or less. And this is why maintaining a consistent sleep cycle and minimizing exposure to artificial light at night is so important for our overall health. And I've talked about this so many times when I talk about the importance of sleep. I always say at least an hour before bedtime, turn off your television, turn off your laptop, your tablets, and anything like that where you're getting artificial light, and just read a book or wind down, take an Epsom salt bath. Prepare your body to go into the resting stage, right? But the pineal gland doesn't just stop there. It's also linked to the production of serotonin, which is a hormone that influences mood, appetite, and feelings of well-being. So a healthy pineal gland is essential for balanced mental and emotional health. But you may be wondering, what does the pineal gland do in the body? Well, beyond its role in sleep and mood regulation, the pineal gland has some other very intriguing functions. It's often referred to as the third eye in spiritual practices. This isn't just poetic. The pineal gland contains cells that resemble the photoreceptor cells in our eyes. And this connection has led many to believe that the pineal gland is responsible for our intuitive abilities, our spiritual awareness, and even our sense of connection to the universe. In scientific terms, the pineal gland plays a role in regulating biological rhythms and also seasonal cycles. So, for example, in some animals, it helps control behaviors like migration and also hibernation, While humans don't hibernate, our pineal gland still influences our energy levels, our metabolism, and our overall sense of vitality. It's also worth noting that the pineal gland can calcify over time due to factors like poor diet, exposure to fluoride, and also exposure to a lot of stress. Calcification can impair its function, which is why many people focus on practices to decalcify or activate the pineal gland for optimal health and spiritual growth. So, how do you support a healthy pineal gland? You may be wondering. Well, the best way to do that is to, of course, minimize exposure to toxins, and that goes across all areas of health, not just your pineal gland. You want to avoid fluoride in toothpaste and also in tap water, as it's believed to contribute to the calcification of the pineal gland. You want to get plenty of natural sunlight because sunlight helps to regulate your circadian rhythm and boost serotonin levels. You want to always practice a clean diet. You want to focus on whole, natural foods and avoid processed foods and also refined sugars. Stay away from that on all levels of health and wellness. You want to also incorporate meditation and mindfulness practices because they can help to stimulate and activate the pineal gland, promoting a sense of inner peace and awareness. You want to limit artificial light at night. Again, you want to reduce screen time and use blue light filters to support healthy melatonin production. So, the pineal gland may be small, but its impact on our physical, mental, and spiritual health is really profound. By understanding how it works and taking steps to support its health, we can unlock greater sense of balance, vitality, and even connection to our higher selves. I want to thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Susan Lopresti Wellness, Mind, Body, and Soul. If you found this topic enlightening, please share this episode with your friends and your loved ones. Don't forget to subscribe and also leave a review. Your support really means the world to me. Until the next time, take care of yourself, your mind, your body, and your soul. And I'll see you next week. Take good care, everyone. Hey everyone, it's Susan Lopresti. Happy New Year to you. I am wishing all of you a beautiful new year that's filled with everything that you desire in life. And most importantly, I wish you an abundance of good health. So, with that in mind, I wanted to let you know that my program, 30 Days Heal to Rejuvenate, has started. So, it's closed out for January. And I had a couple of people who missed out and were asking if I was going to do it again. So, I decided that, backed by popular demand, I am going to do it, and I'm starting on February 1st, which is this Saturday, and it's going to run until March 2nd. So if you're feeling stuck or sluggish and you're just ready for a fresh start, right? You know that you don't feel terrible, but you just don't feel like yourself. You're a little sluggish, you're always tired, maybe you have brain fog, aches and pains, not getting a good night's rest, unsure of how you should be eating and the things that you should be eating. So if this sounds like you in any way, right? This is your path to be renewed, to have energy, stamina, and also emotional well-being. Because when you're feeling well physically, you'll also begin to feel well emotionally. And the thing is that part of this program, not only am I talking about health and food and ways of preventing different illnesses, but each day we will move our bodies in some way. We're going to be doing a lot of different things, and I don't want to spoil the fun, but going back to the emotional well-being, at the end of each session, we're going to take a couple of moments to quiet our minds, right? We're going to get into a meditative, quiet space, and I will be guiding you through a meditation, and I will be sending you Reiki healing energy. So that in itself, if you do nothing but meditate and receive Reiki healing energy for 30 days, you'll see an improvement in your physical health and you'll see an improvement in your emotional health. So that's what it's all about. It's a transformative program that's designed specifically for mature women who are seeking to boost physical vitality through simple, sustainable lifestyle changes, nourish their body and their soul with wholesome nutrition and mindfulness practices, reignite mental clarity and focus with tools to reduce stress and increase resilience, cultivate emotional balance and joy through guided exercises, and also the support of the community that you're in, right? So you'll have me and you'll have other like-minded women as part of this group. This is what you're going to gain. You'll gain a healthier, more energized version of yourself. You'll have tools to make lasting changes in your daily life. You'll be supported by the group of like-minded women, and you'll have guidance from me every step of the way. Spots are limited. That's why I shut down the January one, because I don't want a lot of people. I want a small group of like-minded people, right? So spots are limited. So secure your place today and step into February with your purpose and your passion and your positivity. So we're going to put a link. You'll see a link, and just know that you are going to enjoy this program. It's going to be wonderful. I'm so excited to see your transformation, and I hope that you're excited to transform your health and your vitality and your emotional state into a more positive and vibrant way of living. Again, Happy New Year, and thank you for listening, and I will see you February 1st. Take good care, everyone.